You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Welcome back to Space Cadettes. It's been a whole week, as it is every week. And we've got Shanice for Sat and Bean here with me, here to chit-chat about, random things, as we do. So I think the first thing we wanted to talk about was we were going to do kind of like a live reaction to seeing the trailer for Black Adam. Now, if everybody's going to be watching, we don't have sound because, copyright things and stuff and whatnot. But I do have the closed captions on so everybody can try and read as things happen. So please hold while I set that up. Oh, look at that. It's a thingy. Ooh. Oh. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm super excited. Yes. I don't know why. Just like The Rock as Black Adam. I didn't see it until I saw the announcement for it, which I think was like during DC's universe. Like they had the weird like weekend thing. Well, it wasn't weird. It was awesome. Weekend thing that showed a clip of that and a clip of Flash, I think. They showed a couple of things. Does anybody else remember when they did that?
Yeah, it was a DC fandom because they had, Black Adam, the Batman, Flash, and just in the video game products they had coming out in the shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the trailer was good, but I also think Dr. Fate is gonna steal the show.
Yeah.
He's an awesome character, and Pierce Brosnan's perfect casting for him. Mm-hmm. Glad to see that.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I wonder what kind of Dr. Fate are we going to get in this one? Are we going to get the one where he's doesn't want to give up? Is when he's wearing the helmet, he becomes Dr. Fate. Mm-hmm. Right? For anybody out there who doesn't know, Dr. Fate is technically the helmet, but he can't do anything unless he uses somebody, almost kind of like a parasite. Mm-hmm. Or I don't know if there's a better analogy there, but and it really does feed off the energy of the person that it takes over. And sometimes in the comics, he doesn't always want to give up back to the person that's wearing the helmet. So I wonder if we're going to get a Dr. Fate that is working side by side together, with his human counterpart to the helmet Dr. Fate. Or is this going to be a Dr. Fate that doesn't want to give the body back?
There seems to be a lot of seeing him without the helmet and with it. So you could probably kind of think that it can't be too much of a struggle or it wouldn't be coming off so frequently.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. What about you, Shanice? What's your prediction?
Maybe the latter, just for drama's sake. I think that's all they really think of. Just it's a bit of a struggle, I guess.
Yeah. Or it could be set after they've had their struggle, and now they're working together. Who knows? I can't wait to see, because I do really enjoy that character in the comics. So, and I really wasn't sure how they could portray him in movies, so I can't wait to see how they're gonna do it. I do love that character. And then Hawkman.
Husband looked good. I always say this after like most superhero movies where it's like I can't believe I got to see X in live action, but never thought that I'd see Adam Smasher.
Yes.
So that's kind of a trip to me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We have to wait till October though. Why October? Why is it so far away?
It's a couple more months. We got this.
I don't know. This whole like last few years, it feels like you blink and it's the end of the year, and you're like, where did the year go?
Is there anything else coming out soon, like between now and October? Any other like comic book movies?
I know on July 1st they're dropping the second part of season 4 for Stranger Things.
I was gonna say Thor's coming out.
Oh yeah.
And can't think of anything else. Oh, and there is She-Hulk coming out in August.
Oh yeah.
And I don't remember the date, but I think there's supposed to be like this like miniseries show coming out, and Werewolf by Night. But that's I think towards the tail end. I think actually in October. So.
Oh my gosh. Do you think Moon Knight's going to show up in Werewolf by Night?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. It'd be fun, like a little like nod to showing up in that book for the first time. But
like, I feel like what they should do is either like mention stuff that's going on, or it could be happening at the same point in Moon Knight when like all the stars and stuff change. Everybody looks at the sky. I was like, oh, look at that. The sky is moving. Like that could show up at one point in Werewolf by Night. Just be like, huh, that's not normal. Or he could like, Moon Knight could show up at the end of it and just be like, yo. And then roll credits. Oh, yes. Miss Marvel is supposed to be coming up. Or did it come out?
it came out.
It came out? Has
Yes.
anybody watched it yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, Shanice, tell us what you thought.
It's really, really, really good. I think it might actually be my granted, it is one episode, but it might be tied as my current favorite with WandaVision because it's such a fun show. I loved it so much. Like the little Easter eggs and the references, and how it was shot. Like it's a genuinely fun, charming show. Like I want you guys to watch it because I could talk for an hour about this. It's great. I loved it.
I definitely was like, I haven't seen that much about it, like, because I just haven't been like watching stuff very much at all. But like, I definitely was going in with low. I was trying to like manage my expectations. I don't want to say I had low expectations, but I think I just didn't want to get my hopes way up,
Right.
and then have them be disappointed. So.
Got a little bit of shade from my producer.
Producer's calling out Shanice in the comments over here. He said, other than Reed Richards, I trust her judgment.
You'll all join me on the mountain of that thing. and I will welcome you all with open arms. I don't mind being a pariah right now.
Did you say broken arms?
Open arms. Open.
Oh, open arms. I was like, who broke your arms? I didn't.
Like it is hot in Texas, so maybe a hole would be good too. Shade. But I think it's better for you to watch it because it's so fun. Like I can't. I want to talk about it, but oh my god.
Did they drop the whole season?
Oh, it's just the first episode.
Okay, cool.
Oh, speaking of things that just dropped, the first 3 episodes of the new season of The Boys dropped. Have either of you watched it?
No.
Not yet, but I've seen spoilers.
I'm so mad. So me and Jay and Sean are supposed to watch it tonight, right? And it got spoiled for me on TikTok. Now I'm not sure if I want to watch it. Please watch it before you see any more spoilers. Soldier Boy. That's Soldier Boy. Is that the spoiler that you got, Shanice? Okay.
It's something else.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I know I shouldn't, but every time I hear or I see Soldier Boy, I always think of the rapper Soldier Boy. So whenever
Yes.
Soldier Boy, I always feel like a you quietly.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm just like, okay, did either of you read the boys' comics? Okay. There are a couple of things that Homelander does to Soldier Boy in the comics that I'm like, is that going to happen in the show? The show doesn't even scratch the surface of how messed up the comics are, but it still keeps the like idea of some of the things that happen in the comics to the show. Kind of. So it's like I don't know how far they're gonna go. Did either of you watch the animated season they did of The Boys? What was it called? Diabolical?
I have not.
So it's just a bunch of one-shot animated stories. Okay, so the first episode is about a freaking baby with freaking laser eyes, and about one of the scientists who just wants to adopt said baby, and I love it. And then it's, even though it's like old school animation like you saw on Saturday morning cartoons, right? And so gruesome. Like there's just blood and guts and people's heads blowing up and people cut in half. And you're just sitting there like, this is adorably gruesome. Oh, I need a minute. Like that's what it was. Like that was the first episode. And I'm not going to talk about any of the other ones because I want you guys to go and watch it. Each episode is a different animation style, and each episode is a different story. So I loved it. What was that called? An anthology?
I think it's like anthologized, maybe is what it's called. Where it's like that's how they do the series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds right. Jena knows nothing. Oh! There was another series that dropped. It's not comic related, but it's another great series, and I absolutely loved it. And it's just like that. It's the new season of Love, Death, and Robots.
mm-hmm.
You can literally watch the entire season in like an hour and a half.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's like each season, I think this is the third season, and you can literally watch all 3 seasons in like 3 or 4 hours. This last season, the very last episode, has this where it's realistic but like CGI on the face, and there's no talking whatsoever. And it's a siren, but in the type of siren that you see in sort of like Middle Eastern like mythology, where she's beautiful golden skin with jewels dripping off of her, just like beautiful. And she dances and screams on top of music to get people to come to their deaths. Except for one of the soldiers that shows up is deaf. He can't hear her. He just sees everybody running at her to kill themselves. And they portray this whole like 10-minute episode as a dance. And it is the most beautiful thing I think I've seen on TV in years. And I want everybody to watch it. It's literally just not even 10 minutes. It's so good. It's so good. But a lot of these episodes play like comic books. And I really wish that they would make them into comics. There was an episode in, I think it was either the first or second season, where a scientist goes to or an archaeologist goes to like an old castle, and they accidentally find Dracula, but not in the way that we know Dracula, in the way of Dracula being like an actual like monster to like nom nom people, and it's great. Have you guys seen any of them?
Yeah, it's funny. As I'm supposed to go watch the new season as soon as we get done recording.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Like, Shanice, have you seen any of the episodes?
I have not, but I've seen a lot of fan art from the episode that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, this looks great, and I think I'm kind of scared to watch it because I don't know. Have y'all ever watched like the Animatrix?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched that when I was way too young as a kid.
Oh.
And as a kid, I'm like, oh, it's cartoons, but it's like, oh, this is violent. So it still reminds me so much of that. And I don't know if it's like,
well then, okay, so skip that and then go watch the robots episode. It's 3 robots that are just hanging out on the planet after humans have destroyed themselves. It's so great. And then there's another episode where yogurt takes over the world.
I like the yogurt one.
Yes, I did too. That was really cool.
Like yogurt?
Like a bowl of yogurt.
Yeah.
Becomes sentient and then takes over the world. But first try to help the world. But, you know, humans are humans. So first try to help it, but humans being humans, that fails. And then just takes over the world. Oh, gosh.
That's the first time I've seen that. Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry. Who can read this with a straight face?
Honestly, I don't know what it means.
Okay, I will try and read it. So our producer just put something in the comments. No, watch them all. Joe Manga Yellow is in this season, and Jai Courtney.
That thing was show. Have you ever watched that show, Blood, by any chance?
Show?
No. I was gonna say like the actor. That's what you represent. Yeah, Joe Montalago. I can't say his last name.
Manga Yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Manga Yellow.
Magna Yellow? What is his name? We looked this up before. We looked this up. We found a clip. We learned this, and it's already gone. And we are so sorry, Joe. If you ever see this, just yell at us from the other side of the screen. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like there are episodes in the show that I wish were comics or video games. There's another one where they have soldiers. 2 of them are werewolves, and they literally like walk around and use their senses to like find other werewolves and whatnot, and death, but not death, but a little bit of death. It's great. Yeah, just a smidge. You can live without your head, right? Yeah. Just a little bit. But this is a show that I could talk about for hours on it. So yeah. What about you guys? What's a show that y'all have been, like, Shanice, what's a show that you've been recently obsessed with?
Well, I finished Stranger Things. Well, I'm caught up on Stranger Things, so I'm sure we'll talk about that at a later date. I finally watched that show, Money Heist. Netflix. I put that off for a long time because it's like, okay, this show can't be that good, even though there's people watching it on online. The trailers always have like 1 million hits. I've had people tell me, "Yeah, watch it, Shanice." So it's like, okay, I'll watch it, and I just bit the bullet and I watched it. It's like, oh, now I get it. This is a genuinely fun show, and I don't know who to root for because it's really good. It's great.
What's it about?
So it's about a group of people who plan a heist. The day the heist comes, they start the heist. Of course, things go left very, very quickly. I'm still in the middle of like the first season or whatever. I can't talk about it because there's like plot twists on plot twists on plot twists. But it's not like annoying. It's like, oh snap, and then they reveal something. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But it's like, what? It's a truly crazy show, and now I get why people are so hyped about it. And now I'm curious to watch the Korean version of it when it comes out. It looks good.
Okay, it was called Money Heist. What's it on?
Netflix.
Okay, well now I need to go add that to my Netflix watch list.
I feel like it's one of those where like people have recommended it to me, but because it does have so many plot twists, they're like, I can't tell you about it because I can't spoil anything I tell you is going to spoil it. But then that makes you not want to watch it because then you don't know anything about it.
Exactly. That's how I was too. It's like, well, if you can't tell me about it, why should I watch it? But the best thing I can say it's a group of people. They all have nicknames after various cities, and they plot and they decide to try to like do like a full blown heist. And that's literally all I can say about it. Because the more I talk, it's like, oh, I don't want to spoil this part, but because even like the heist, it's like, oh, this is actually very very smart. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of this, but it's a show that really did like it surprised me in a good way. So, that.
Oh my gosh. So it's literally just going to be me sitting on my bed like, oh, what a twist. Why are you so twisty? Got it. Bean, do you have any like shows or like a movie that you've been like completely obsessed with lately?
I would say my free time recently has been taken up by finally playing all the way through the game Control.
Oh my god,
yes. Because I've started it like twice, and so now I don't even know where I'm at in the story, but I know that I'm a lot farther than I was before. And I've been like reading everything I can pick up, and just that's been all my time. Well, all my free time lately has been playing that game. And then the only other thing besides that, which I love it, and also I had a friend tell me about I don't think it's exactly what Control is supposed to be based off of, but the SCP Foundation website and like all of those. Have you guys read those?
A little bit. I've like visited whatever. I've done a visit to it. Yeah. Sorry, she was climbing up my leg. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's such a sweetie.
Everybody, this is Penny.
Hey, Penny. Oh.
And she was trying to crawl up my leg, so she may join us for the rest of the show.
Yeah, but so that's been I've actually kind of like put off reading anything off of there until like I get done with Control, and then when I'm not playing that, I've been watching Gurren Lagann.
What is it?
Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
It's an anime about big robots. So it's been good.
Well, it sounds like Doc Ock is finally giving you some time to, yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
No world domination plans right now?
No, not right now.
Oh, baby.
I think we'll actually know is when like Bean, she'll just like slowly raise up like a bowl of yogurt. It's like, oh, that's sick. It's
like, oh yeah, if you ever see her holding yogurt, well, I guess we're moving to Ohio then.
Is that a snack? Nope, she's taking over the world. Is that with yogurt?
No.
Why can't people leave food alone? What other foods are there that have taken over the world? Because I know yogurt and pizza a little bit, and tomatoes. Tomatoes have taken over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Killer tomatoes from outer space. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys think of any other foods? So me and Jay just finished the show. I'm sorry. I'm going to come back to the food question. Me and Jay just finished a show. It's a Korean drama. It's on Netflix. It's called All of Us Are Dead. It is set in high school. Now, what upsets me about this is that it's a science teacher who started this by accident, just trying to get his son to stand up for himself. So he took that chemical in your brain that when that fight or flight hits, when you're backed into a corner and like that fight or flight like chemical like hits your brain, right? He extracted that, infected his son with it, and thus his son became his zombie, but in the sense of the way of like World War Z zombies. Like hunt you down and eat you zombies. Like it's just well, about I think it's the third episode, some of them are smart zombies. Yes. They have zero weaknesses to the point where one of them literally got a spear through his head. He pulled it out, shook it off for a minute, and then went back after them. Not a spear, I'm sorry, an arrow. He had an arrow through his head. He shook it off and went back to sniffing the air to find them. This was one of the most heartbreaking, fun shows I have ever watched. Oh my gosh. It was so good. And I would recommend it for everybody. I think it was only like 8 episodes. They were about an hour to an hour and a half apiece. It's 8 episodes. Me and Jay watched it in a day because we couldn't stop. We couldn't stop. And there was this one girl where we thought she was going to get a redemption arc. And what she, in my opinion, what she did, there was no way you could redeem. But, you know, stuff happens. Zombie Korean dramas are like no other ones on the planet. Anybody gets a chance to watch them, should. 12 episodes. I'm sorry, it was 12 episodes. We watched 8 episodes, 8 something, and then the rest of them. That's what it was. Okay, my bad. Oh, anyways, so food that could take over the world. We already know tomatoes and yogurt could.
Oh, actually, can I talk about, I did just think of, because it reminded me of, I feel like every time I really like a show, I always think it has less episodes than it really does. Like, you know, and there was one that recently I was like, oh, like, you know, me and my boyfriend would be like, oh, like, let's watch this. I was like, yeah, it's only like 6 episodes. It was 12. But that one was one that I've been obsessed with for a long time, which is called Devs. Not, I don't know, have you, not Debs, not the like 90s thing, but this is like
EV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shanice, have you seen it?
Seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Very good things.
Okay, so what is it?
So it is a show that's like, I'm trying to think. It's another one of those where it's like slow burn mystery, so I kind of don't want to like spoil it. But it's basically like a big tech company out in San Francisco. They're like really focused on AI. The very first episode, it's not really a spoiler because it happens like really, really early on. But like this guy, you get introduced to like the main characters, which is like this guy and his girlfriend, and they both work there. And then he gets reassigned to like this big, like super secret, like everyone knows about this one part of the company, but it's like a huge secret what they do. But like only the best engineers get taken there, but no one knows what happens. It's called Devs, is like the team. And the guy gets taken over there and is like, oh yeah, this is your first day. Things happen and he gets murdered.
Well then.
Yeah. And then they basically like try to cover it up. And there's like a lot of other things going on. Nick Offerman is the main like leader of the whole company. Like he owns the company. And so he's like one of the main characters too, but it's crazy because they're like trying to cover up the death while the girlfriend is like figuring out, she's like super smart and she's like figuring out, hey, he didn't just kill himself like they're saying he did. So it's very good. It's definitely, it's just one season. It's like, that's it. So
do we know if it's on anywhere to watch?
It's on Hulu. That's the only place I've ever seen it.
Okay. Well, now I have something for, it's called Money Heist on Netflix and Devs on Hulu. Got it. I may be a bit hungry because I keep thinking about what foods could take over the world now. I'm sorry, guys. We had a long day at the store. We were kind of busy. Today. Kind of on and off busy today. And I didn't really get my I got a Scooby snack and that was it.
Yeah, I think it's real fast before we take a break. But I was gonna ask, have you ever heard of a show? It's called Kingdom. It goes back to Jena's a show. It's a Korean zombie show, but it takes place in like like old. I don't say like old time South Korea, but like it takes place in like I don't know, maybe. But it's this really cool like zombie show. And like and like the zombies are actually smart in this area. But notice the smart zombies are the fucking show.
We don't need smart zombies. Zombies are already running after us and eating us. Why they gotta be smart too? Why?
Okay, and with Jenna sticking her tongue out, I think I'm going to just call for a quick break, and we'll be right back. And during our commercial break, we'll talk about zombies and sentient yogurt. We'll be right back, guys.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
They say it, and it's true, that everything is getting faster. You're not getting any younger, and time is the single resource that you can never get back or get any more of. So why walk into your local comic shop blind when you can go in laser focused on the best books on the shelf?
Hi everybody, and welcome to Minute to Skim It. Yeah!
Spend 1 hour with Miss Jen and Bean, and they'll give you rapid-fire reviews of all the new comics hitting stores. Spend less time shopping and more time reading.
This is Provenance of Secrets.
This is The Heathens. I read Wolverine number 17.
Minute to Skim It, every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.
All right, guys, and we are back. Had a good conversation about zombies and yogurt, and as you can see, Jenna is shaking her head. Bean is possibly plotting the yogurt bowl that I was talking about earlier, but don't think it's a joke anymore. But we're back. We're back.
There's a whole 6-minute episode about how yogurt becoming sentient would be better for the world.
That is my favorite one. I love it.
And it's not wrong, because the narrator has this monotone voice the whole time talking about how the yogurt became sentient and gave the president this binder. And you're just like, is it the yogurt? Is the yogurt narrating? What's happening right now? By the way, whoever voiced the narrator for that episode, mad props, because you're just given this script to read, right? And it's some shocking things, but you just read it in this one voice with the shocking things. I think I'm gonna eat some yogurt. Don't let it sit in the fridge too long. It'll be sitting it. It'll be smart. So we were talking a little bit about zombies a minute ago, and I have to know. So we all know the zombies that I fear the most is the World War Z zombies, right? But I still love watching those types of zombies. What is y'all's favorite zombie movie that has your type of zombie that you like to watch? Bean, do you want to go first?
I can. I've got a kind of a weird thing with zombies. I don't watch a lot of zombie stuff. And there's a certain type of zombie movie and show that came out. Well, especially it was 2 shows that came out a couple years ago. One of them was the Santa Clarita Diet, and the other one was iZombie. Both of those, I just bring up, I couldn't watch either of them. Because actually, one of the things, and it's because I love horror, I love being scared and creeped out, but cannibalism for some reason bugs me. I can't, I like zombie shows, but I don't like the ones where it's focused on eating people. Where they're oh, I'm the main character, I'm a zombie, slurp slurp on some brains. Like for some reason that bugs me so much. But
I'm sorry. Slurp, slurp on some brains.
that's how she is an iZombie. That's a major plot point. But yeah, so I don't watch a lot of zombie stuff, but I think that my favorite one I've ever seen, my absolute favorite was Train to Busan.
Yeah.
And that one was really good because I think that kind of zombie where they're completely instinctual, just like based on movement, whatever. They are fast, but they're not superhuman.
Yeah.
You know, like they're just like running, like they're still a person. And like they turn quickly,
Yeah.
but not instantly.
Just like in World War Z. Yeah. They literally go after you, bite you, run away. 12 seconds later or less, you
Yeah.
zombie.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Nom, nom, nom. Like that's what makes me just like, no. Okay. I want that slow moving zombie. Okay. Don't be, if a zombie breakout happens, please don't give me Train to Busan, All of Us Are Dead, or World War Z zombies. I don't need none being like, I want that one where it's like all slow moving, dragging a leg.
So when you're watching those, are you like more scared of the fast zombies? Like you're
more like, it's not like I'm scared of them, but I feel like because the way the world is, zombies could happen. We don't know, maybe. Anyways, if I put it in like realistic type of like situation, and it's more like Walking Dead zombies or like warm body zombies, I could survive. I could live that. But if I think about those crazy runny zombies that are just like, oh, I can smell you from a mile away. I'm not. Like, nah, bro, I'm not living through that. Have you met me? I'm missing a rib. I'm not living through that. No. And so, like, watching these other people live through it, I'm a little like, I ain't living through that. How dare you live through that? That's not fair. And who decided zombies needed to be fast and smart? Who?
I do when I go out running. I don't know, Shanice, you can say if you ever think about this too. I do like sometimes when I need motivation, think about how that like if the zombie outbreak happens and they're fast, I'm gonna need to be faster. Like I know Shanice, I know you run a lot. Do you ever think about that as you're going?
So it's funny that you say that. I don't know if it still exists, but I remember years ago there was this app that you could have it on the background of your playlist, and it would actually have sound like zombie sounds, like and you put in like a certain time. It's like, okay, I'm gonna run, or not certain time, like a certain length that you're running. Like, hey, I'm gonna run like 5 miles today, and you just jam it to Beyonce. And then it's like news report from Toronto. You just that, and I remember the reviews where people were like, "Yeah, it would take me 20 minutes to run a mile. Now I can do it in like 8 minutes." because they didn't realize they were like hooking it from the sounds. So I don't have the app, but I can honestly say I never thought of zombies when I run. If I'm ever in a mood where like I just don't want to run, I could just think of like, I know there's some controversy, like they're not technically zombies, but I'll think of like the infected from 28 Days Later and just start.
They are rage zombies, and I will agree. I will die on that hill. But also, I don't like those zombies either.
They real scurry.
Because that's where it gets realistic. The science is there, and I don't like it. Rabies, a certain type of strain of rabies infecting a human. Nah, man. Nah.
It makes me think too, like, because like there's a lot of movies. The best movies all have the same kind of zombies. but all of the good zombie games, like The Last of Us, had so many different types. And like I really liked The Last of Us also because of like there is that whole thing of like all the different origins you can go with, and that one, them basically being taken over by a fungus. Like
A real fungus.
I love that. Did either of you guys play The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Yes. 1 and 2. Now I'm sad thinking about The Last of Us.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
thanks.
I'm sorry.
They're all good.
Who decided smart zombies should be a thing?
Don't know.
I want to find that person. I just want words.
Oh,
Just want
but
words.
what is your favorite zombie movie? Did you say?
Oh, me? My favorite zombie movie is World War Z. Like, there's just like, okay. So I know a lot of people like hate on this movie, and I know they do. The storyline is kind of like iffy, but at the same time, if a zombie outbreak were to happen, realistically, what would happen is people wouldn't know about it until they were being attacked. Or somebody would have gotten snuck out some sort of information, and they like places like North Korea or like parts of China would, or like certain other countries, they would have like gone in and de-teethed all their people just to make sure they could still have control of their people. Like there is actual political and scientific like thought gone into that movie, where what would happen is scientists that were saved on in a military like environment, the way that it is set up in that movie, they would be sent out to try and find the origin of it, so that way they could find either a cure, a vaccine, or something. Like during the Great Panini, what happened here when everybody when COVID broke out, they literally sent scientists to where it broke out at to try and find original strain of the virus to make a vaccine. So when you think about that, when there are certain people like that didn't get to see the zombie virus up close and personal, they'll think it's not that bad, and they would send out scientists and they would send out their own military people to go and find that strain. And if it wasn't able to be found, what would happen? They would send more people. More people would die. It is zombies. Like it felt politically, the way it was handled, it felt like that's what would happen politically today. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. Like, have you ever read World War Z, the book?
Can't remember. I think so.
Because I've never watched the movie, and I don't have like a big desire to. I swear I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, the book was better, but it's like it's everything I've seen in the movie. But it's kind of like the same deal. Like I reread it at the beginning of like 2020.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this is not the book I should be reading now, because it's like the zombies, like, yeah, like they're scary. And I think that's what, to go back to earlier question, that's what scares me the most about zombies. It's just like the sheer number of them, and the fact that you had to use a certain specific way to kill them, usually through the brain.
Yeah.
To be real, like you either have to get up and personal, risk getting a scratch or bite, or you have to be like an awesome shot, and not a lot of people are awesome shots.
Yeah.
And it's again going back to, I guess, my original point. The scariest thing to me in was it World War Z? It's not the zombies. It's how incompetent people are, and how we just like dove in head first into our own almost like extinction.
Yeah.
And like have each just work together and actually listen to the warnings. It's
exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And that's why I like the movie, because if you go and you watch the rated one, a lot of stuff is cut out. If you go and watch the unrated one, which is the one that I really like to watch, you really see the like things ticking, like everybody's like wheels ticking as they're sitting there in this conference room trying to figure out. It's not really a conference room. It was on a ship. So, but like in the war room, you could see everybody's like wheels ticking in their brains. And that's what made me like the movie so much, because you got to see what us as humans would probably really be like if something like this broke out. And when all of the world did that stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is the book and the movie happening. Please don't let the next stop be zombies. Please, dear God, no. But if you guys get the chance, I would recommend watching the unrated version of it, because it does kind of, it does delve in more into the like deeper side of human nature. And on that note, speaking of human nature, let's do pick of the week. So we read Chum from Comic Stripe. I love this book. Like, getting to see, again, human nature being human on an island with, no vacationers, no visitors there. You see a small town of people do what they do best. And that is a little bit of murder, a little bit of money laundering, a little bit of shark feeding.
Surfing.
Oh, and a hint of surfing. So, Shanice, what did you think of Chum?
I loved it. Like, it's a book I never actually read before, like a horror noir surf movie book. So it was a blast. I want to read it again, and my boyfriend has also expressed interest in reading it. So I think it might be a minute before I get your copy back to you. So next time I see you, I'll definitely have the book. It's like, I need more. Before we actually start filming today's episode, I asked there was a follow-up or just more to it, but hopefully the creative team ever watches the show, they'll be like, hey, that woman with the purple braids really likes this show, so we'll do more.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I want more so bad. Yeah. And what about you, Bean?
It was good. I will say, like, I kind of want to reread it too, because like I was reading it, and I was just like, because I kept being like, oh, I thought the lady was with him. Oh wait, I thought she was with him. And at first I was like, oh no, I'm lost in the freaking sauce. I don't know. And then it turns out she is, I don't know if it's too much of a spoiler to say, she with everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like, everyone on the island, like, man.
Yeah.
It's so much. And I was just like, okay, no, this does make sense.
Yeah. It gets muddy for a minute, but then they like clarified it, and I really like that was nice. It was like, oh no, am I lost? I'll keep reading. And then they're like, oh, you're not lost. This is happening. And I'm like, well, that happened. Oh, what did you guys think about where the money was hidden?
Where was the money? Okay, that's what I thought. That was another part. I was so confused because he died or something, and then the money was there all of a sudden. Like, he got injured. I thought.
Okay, so what happened was a shark tried to attack them. He started sinking, and then the sharks were coming after him.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we actually don't know if either one of them survived, because that's how the book ends. I'm pretty sure neither one of them did, because people have been feeding the sharks like blood and chum and human parts for like months and years almost. So they did. That's my opinion. They did.
Which is why we need a follow-up and answers.
So, like, in my opinion, I think they're dead. And also, did the journalist win an award for her like, I have questions.
Hope it did, but I need you to just say how'd you say that word again?
Survive.
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 Survive or not? Just message the creative team. Like, look, did they survive?
Tell us, did they survive? Get on with us next week and tell us, did they survive?
Full clap emojis. Did they?
Not right now because I'm holding a puppy. I'm sorry. So
like,
please do it for me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she survived just because it is supposed to be like that classic like crime noir, you know, and like they're always in like an Italian cafe sipping espresso at the end, you know, like that's femme fatale is always like, oh, like, oh, I got it, you know. For a second, I thought maybe the money was a metaphor because I didn't know where it came from.
The entire time it's just been a metaphor about how we need to take care of our oceans. That's all it is. That's the entire plot of this book. It's not a Nora mystery at all. They tricked us into stop littering.
oh, whoopsie.
I love that.
Cut the little 6-packs of Cokes or whatever to make sure they're cut. So that's,
I still do that.
Which you actually should do if you're watching this. Like that's not a joke. You should.
You totally should. Like the little 6-pack rings, always cut them because you don't want fishies and turtles and all the oceans to get like all the ocean creatures. You don't want them stuck up in there. Come on, man. Go watch Happy Feet. Love you guys.
There were parts of it I loved because they were so over the top. Like the fact that she's gonna go surfing and she's in like 6-inch heels.
Yeah.
Like that part was the only part that I was like, you've gone too far. Like,
I think the reason she went out in her heels is because, well, you know, she had just shot her ex-husband who was a cop. So she just kind of ran out in whatever she had and went. My problem was she can't swim, but she thought escaping on a surfboard was smart.
Oh yeah, where was she going? What was she doing?
I don't know. What was her plan?
No, I didn't think of that far.
What was the plan? Oh, I'm going to get on this surfboard that's not drown, even though I've been feeding sharks. I'll just swim away. To where?
I don't know where she was going.
She's just going to find an island and use the surfboard to make a SOS? Or I don't know. What was the plan? And by the way, that journalist was messy. Like, he's sitting there, just got shot, about to shoot the person. And she's like, you're a cop. You can't shoot people. And I'm like, he just got shot. Let him shoot her.
I don't understand. That was another one where it was like, but that was really what like leaned into the pulp part where neither of them died from their horrible wounds and were just up and like running around continuing the plot at the end. I'm like, bro, you got shot and you said you just put a tampon in it and then you're just good.
Obviously, tampons are obviously really good for bullet wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Yeah, facts.
So if Tampax wants to sponsor the show today, that's money or send us boxes. I mean, we're not gonna turn that down.
No,
They're expensive, real expensive right now.
So, this episode has been brought to you by zombies and Tampax.
And yogurt.
All right, so whose turn is it next for pick of the week?
I believe it's mine. I've had this one picked out for a long time. I'm really excited. I'm sure we've all read it before, but we're going to revisit The Old Guard. The original, the very first volume they came out with, because I love that. And when I read it, I didn't have anyone else to talk to about it. And Andy is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. And I'm just really excited for us to just volume one, just go back and revisit. So
yes. Have you guys seen the movie?
No.
I haven't. Maybe
I enjoyed it.
We can like watch. I'll try to watch the movie in the next week too.
Okay. I really enjoyed it. It's not like a side-by-side comparison to the comics, but it's pretty close. Like they took the original source material and they kind of moved it around a little bit, but it's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, it's like an hour and a half. Definitely. Like I'm gonna reread it and rewatch it this week. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. It's my favorite. It's one of my top 5 favorite series. Yeah.
Yes. All right. And with that, I believe that's it for this episode because we all need to go train to outrun fast zombies. Jena just
Can I
needs
use my bike?
at wielding a spear or a long sword. Just keep them at a distance from you.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
But yeah, that has been. What's up?
The puppies will protect me.
Oh, yes, you're training an army of dogs. That's your defense.
Yes.
They'll be dog army. All right. Well, we have been the Space Cadettes. I'm Bean. I was joined this week by Jena and Shanice. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.